remember last time I could feel that power in my hands. Beat of the drums rushing through my skin.
London marching their way towards the league title and marching their way to claiming an important win against one of their rivals. Drops it up. He's blocked! Dropped off and jammed in by Todd Green. A nice bait and lays it in. Beautiful. Fires up the three and strings it.
Can the Giants do what Leicester couldn't last Friday and stall the Lions? We're at the National Basketball Performance Centre in Manchester, where coach Vince McCauley welcomes his former club and looks to slow down their title push. Welcome to Friday Night Basketball here in Manchester. Very good to have you with us. Mike Tuck, Kieran Achara, great to see you both. This one is set up nicely. That freewheeling offense of the Manchester Giants, #1 in the BBL right now. Points scored per game, up against a resolute defense in the London Lions, so something's got to give, mate.
Hey, listen, you said it right there. The #1 versus the #1. Both these teams, exciting teams that play at a high pace, a high level, above the rim. We're set for an exciting game.
We cannot ignore. In fact, we're going to lead off with the Vince McCauley factor. How much would he love to play spoiler tonight against his old club?
I'm sure he will not admit this, but it's obviously playing on his mind. This is a game that he wants to win. So his former club, #1 in the league, they want to definitely make that upstairs.
Now, at the start of the season, we all made our predictions. You had Manchester as your surprise team, Mike. Was that because you thought, here's a team I think could make a serious push for the title, or were you thinking more, come this stage of the season, we're looking at a team that could be very dangerous in the playoffs?
Well, I think it was, this is a team with a new head coach, a little bit of a new feel for the organization, a bunch of new players. We didn't know what we were going to expect from them, but knowing the roster that Vince put together, this is a talented roster with a lot of experience, and here we are. Look at them, 4th place in the league and coming up head-to-head against the first-place team.
When we were chatting on Sky Sports News a bit earlier, you were describing the Giants as a veteran all-star BBL side, and their starting five is a serious proposition. How dangerous can they be in the playoffs, do you think?
Extremely dangerous. They have everything they need. They can put points up on the board really quickly, and they've got that experience of playing in the BBL too. So it's definitely a team that people do not want to play in the playoffs.
For London, can anyone catch them in the league, or is the title theirs?
I think we have to start thinking playoffs. You've got a couple of teams thinking about the trophy, and then the other ones, they should start thinking about those playoffs.
Well, I understand why you've answered that way, because if you look at the league table, London in complete control, just 2 losses all season. The Giants' victory over Bristol last weekend sees them move up to 4th. They've had 4 wins in their last 5, so coming into this game in some serious form. You mentioned the trophy, Kieran Achara. I know you did. I know you did. Why you did, because the Caledonia Gladiators are in it. Your team, of course, up against the Phoenix. They're 5th and 6th in the table. Plymouth and Sheffield complete the top 8, but don't count the Eagles out quite yet. A, they've got some games in hand, and B, well, that was a contractual obligation from Drew Lasker. He forced me to say that. Now, before we move on, we've got to mention last weekend's trophy semi-final and that win for the Cheshire Phoenix. It was a heartbreaker for you, Mike, and the Sheffield Sharks. Must be, I guess, a really difficult mood in the camp after this one.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather we didn't mention it, but here it is, an extremely exciting game, a game that I was actually at, and, the Sharks really came out and threw that first punch, but a huge second quarter from Cheshire brought them back in the game, and then down the stretch, Cheshire just made some plays that they were able to capitalize on it and finish out the game. And Cheshire back-to-back in the trophy here. They were the better team on the day.
Yeah, fair play to Cheshire, as you said, back-to-back trophy final appearances for them. Confirmation that they will be facing Caledonia, who took down a spirited NBL side, Derby, in their semi-final. And we know that Glasgow's going to be rocking, because the Phoenix, well, they always bring a lively bunch to proceedings, and all the action you can see right here on Sky Sports, Action Mix, and of course YouTube. Sunday, March the 26th. We're not sure yet of the WBBL finalists, but that will be the first game of our doubleheader, followed by Cheshire, Caledonia. All the action begins from 12:30 p.m. on Sunday the 26th. Right, back to tonight, and let's key in a little bit more detail on the Manchester Giants. Interesting recruitment process from Vince when he got in here. He went and got Ramon Fletcher. He went and got Dirk Williams. These are tried and tested elite BBL talent.
Yeah, players he knows they could make an instant impact. And I think sometimes there's teething issues with some players. You knew it was going to happen with these two.
Latest addition, big name addition, we've got to say, Kofi Joseph's a player, Mike, that draws a lot of attention, doesn't he?
Definitely, you know, local lad, Manchester kid, Birmingham kid, but has played for the Giants before. And you know, he's the type of player that can come in and create an immediate impact for a team. Guy who can really shoot the ball, and he's a scorer.
How does he fit in, Kieran, to this Giants lineup, do you think? How much time is he going to get on court tonight and then as the season progresses?
They love to shoot threes, and he's great at shooting threes, so he'll fit right in. I don't know about his fitness levels. He was obviously spending some time in Saudi Arabia. He's been practicing, so yeah, I think he'll be ready to go. Interesting,
look at his social media saying he has got his mojo back. He is feeling it, ready for it. Could be a really key addition if we're talking about that Giants playoff push. Dirk Williams, what a season he is having, in the top 6 in the BBL for scoring. We know his MO. He's going to hurt you from downtown if he's allowed to.
Yeah, Dirk's one of those guys. He can be dangerous if he gets going, especially early. Has the ability to take the ball off the dribble and finish above the rim, but he's also a lethal three-point shooter. Definitely a player to watch tonight.
But Kieran, of course, that's something that London are very effective defensively at, isn't it? Stopping opposition's three-point shooting.
And that's their MO. They fixate on playing great defense. So that'll be a really interesting matchup.
Ramon Fletcher, another BBL great, 2-time MVP, over 200 dishes and counting this season, still playing, Mike, at the highest level.
Man, the general, this guy just doesn't slow down. He doesn't age. He's like a fine wine out there, and he's done a great job in his transition coming from the Newcastle Eagles here, breath of fresh air with the Manchester Giants, and he's picked up where he's left off.
All right then, let's key in on London in a little bit more detail. Stacked roster, as we know, for them. Holding up well, another win in Europe for them this week.
Playing great basketball, and again, defensive, intensity. Only really stepped up having a big game too, so great to see them representing GB at the big stage.
What a week it has been for Josh Sharma. He was our MVP last time out here on Sky Sports against Leicester. He followed that up with 19 points and 6 boards against Caledonia on Sunday, and another MVP spot. He's coming to this game in terrific form.
Yeah, definitely. He's just a guy who started finding his rhythm down the stretch here. A lot of that is here from Nelson. He's got a point guard that's finding him at the right place, right time. But Sharma, big 7-foot player, plays, but has the ability to move like a guard almost. You know, he's so mobile for his size and able to finish above the rim, making big plays.
Last week when we saw him land that MVP performance, Kieran, we were talking about his improvement this season. You were talking about how much he's moved on as the season has progressed.
I think he's been a lot more efficient finisher, but at the same time, he's staying out of foul trouble. I don't want to jinx him tonight, but he's found a way to stay within the game, and it makes a big impact for this team.
Sam Decker, a player, every time we cover the Lions, we cover him, well, because he's going to landslide the MVP vote, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that everybody's gotten their vote in for him this season. You know, obviously, guy coming in with NBA experience, and he has not disappointed, showing up in all the big games and really making a name for himself here in his first year in the BBL.
It's interesting, he told Drew last week that he feels he's playing the best basketball of his career.
And I said to Drew that every player says that, you know, that's the mindset, that's the psyche. He is playing some great basketball.
Point to Ruban, close to being our MVP last week. 17 points against Leicester, lethal from the three-point range.
Such an efficient player. I always say he's a European prototype, you know. Real efficient, makes good decisions, plays good defense, great player.
One of those players that London have, and they've got many of them, that when they are in a tough situation, they come up clutch. We've seen 3 of them, and this is a stacked roster. No surprise London are competing on all fronts this season. Let's get the thoughts of their head coach Ryan Schmidt, along with Vince McCauley. Mike caught up with him a little bit earlier on.
Coach, 4 wins in your last 5, sitting in the 4th spot. Are you happy where your team is at?
Yeah, I'm very happy where we are currently in the league table. We know we've been trying to develop ourselves since the start of the season. That took a kind of sideways beating when we lost William Lee. We then started rebuilding again in terms of who we are and how we want to play. And I think now more of the guys know that than less, and so consequently it's flowing through.
And a new face on the bench tonight in Kofi Josephs. Why the new addition, and what will he bring to this team?
Well, the main reason for the addition is he lives here and he wants to play. But I think apart from that, I think we were down to 7 players. Nathan Robinson's back and William Lee's injury. You know, we have another one, it'd be down to 6. So it was just fortunate that he's here. We were already collaborating with him on some T-shirts and stuff like that. So, you know, he works out with us. We know he's a good player. I think it was 44 points his last outing. That'd be good tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of tonight, you're coming up against a London Lions team, a little bit of a different beast from your time there. How do you see their development?
I think for me, I only watch them when they play in Europe because they're supposed to be the flagship team for this league, and how they carry us out there is what's important. What they do in our league is really just the same as any other team. They're clearly the marquee team in the league in terms of the players on the team. So yeah, I mean, just like everybody else, we go out there and try and give them our best shot. We know it's going to be a tough encounter. It's going to be a real battle, from the beginning to the end. But they've got all the tools, and they should come out with victors, shouldn't they?
A statement win over the Riders last Friday. Does the title feel within touching distance?
I think it does. I think when you get this point of the season, obviously, you're playing for championships. When you get this close, we know it's close, but yet so far at the same time. Right? You still got to take care of business. You still got to win. And so tonight, we hope we can kind of get another game closer to that.
We've been seeing you guys digging deep and seeing your strength and depth. Is that the key to your success lately?
I think so. I think, again, when you look across the board and you look at the box scores, game in and game out, whether it's Euro Cup or BBL, big contributions from a lot of different people. Even Jonathan Comagun gets in the game, on our Euro Cup game of the night and gives us, I think it was like 4.5 quality minutes. And so that's been fun for me from a coaching standpoint when, you have injuries you're always going to deal with and guys sitting out from game to game, and to see other guys step up when it's their opportunity, has been a lot of fun.
And now we fast forward to this game. Should be an exciting one. What are you expecting from this Giants side?
Just a really good fight. Obviously both times we played them, they came out really strong, aggressive. They're the #1 pace team in the league. They like to get up and down. They've got a lot of weapons as far as being able to put points on the board. So we got to be locked in defensively. We can't allow them any easy opportunities. Obviously, they're a team when you kind of get going. If they have a 25-point quarter, it could be a long night for you. So we got to limit the easy ones early on, and continue to play defense at a high level. And then the offensive side of the ball, I think we got to do a good job and continue to share it. Right? I think last week when we played Leicester, you saw that quite a bit when the ball was moving from side to side. We're able to force the defense into long rotations. That's when we're at our best.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coach Schmidt has obviously got a deep roster, but how impressed have you been, Kieran, with how he's used that roster, how he's rotated his players this season?
I've been extremely impressed. I'm sure a lot of coaches would be envious of how deep the roster is, but managing that roster is a very difficult task. He's done a great job of just implementing players. No matter who's on the court, they're still playing the London Lions way.
Right, let's take a look at some of the team head-to-head. Stark contrast for the Giants straight off the bat there. #1 offense in the BBL in terms of points per game, dead last in defense line.
Yeah, I mean, they said it there. They like to play at a high tempo, and that's what they're focused on. They're focused on getting up and down the court and putting more points on the board than the team that's in front of them.
Bench scoring jumping out as well. It's a powerful starting lineup for Manchester, but maybe in contrast to London, it's the lack of depth that is their biggest issue.
And that's a scary thing when they play such a fast-paced game. Maybe that's why they have to neglect defense at times.
All right, then, we're almost set. The BBL's great entertainers taking on the title front runners. It is a heavyweight clash for Friday Night Basketball. Should be a cracker. Don't just take my word for it.
Showtime.
Now he will take it, and he will make it as well.
This is British basketball.
On the lob up to Bell.
Two of the most exciting teams to watch in the BBL are about to square off, and two of the BBL's great entertainers are here to guide you through. A very good evening to Atro and Dan Rowley.
Thank you very much, Nat. Yes, it's the march to the title for the London Lions, but can the Manchester Giants be a bump in the road?
Well, the Manchester Giants have got firepower, and when you've got firepower, you got the unpredictability and can win games any given night.
Let's have a look at the starting fives, and a big role for Legend Robertson, obviously in the starting five with no William Lee, and Dirk Williams going against his old team.
Robertson, 7'1", he's the only real size that they've got, and Dirk Williams, whenever you play against a former team, you've got a little bit of extra something left in the tank.
At the other end of the floor, so many great players on this Lions roster, but two guys who are playing really well at the moment, Oni and Sharma.
Oni coming off a 22-point game in European competition, and Josh Sharma putting some MVP performances in his last outings for the Lions.
Well, the two teams are out there and ready to go here in Manchester. London Lions at 22-2 need only 7 more wins to be certain of the title. Can they get the first of those 7 here tonight? We are underway, and it is a London ball. Blocked by Robertson. Taylor still has it though, and they give him an easy one off the glass.
As you say, Dan, there's great initial block there for Robertson, and then everyone just sort of stands still, and they got away with one there, because that's a shot Taylor should make.
Here's Fletcher. Williams. Back iron on the 3. Shalawati with the rebound.
That's what you'll see a lot of tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 3-point shots. This is the first and second 3-pointers made in the league.
Only off the mark, but Green with the rebound. Nice pass. Robertson is blocked, but fouled by Josh Sharma.
Some really encouraging start there from Legend Robertson. Not only has he got good position inside, he takes it strong and gets Josh Sharma to commit an early foul.
Well, Mike Tuck has joined us in the commentary booth, and I'm sure he's disappointed to got away from Kieran Achara, given the start the Sheffield Sharks have made over Caledonia, an early double-figure lead for your Sharks.
You love to see it, especially after a tough exit from the trophy. My guys in Sheffield are responding and bouncing back quite nicely.
I'm sure you can catch up with Kieran in a bit.
Yeah, we got to let him know. You know, he's down in my territory now.
That one's tipped away to Shalawati. Giants have the first point of the game on the board. Here's Decker. Decker dishes it off, but he was fouled first. It'll be a sideline ball.
Excellent push there from Sam Decker. He saw that the Giants weren't set up yet, so he pushed the basketball, and had he not been fouled, he would have got a 7-footer, an easy dunk.
Decker coming off an uncharacteristically inefficient night in Poland on Wednesday. He still contributed a couple of big plays down the stretch. Here's Taylor in the corner for 3 off the mark. Fletcher with the quick outlet to Green. Green taking it right to the hole for 2.
It's such a good pass from Lamont Fletcher, not just the vision but the execution. And Taj Green, he has some motor. He'll be running the floor all game long.
Robertson knocking that one away from Decker.
Incredible energy here from the Manchester Giants early. Looking to stay on the front foot and throw that first punch.
Robertson with the hook, gets his own rebound. He'll have another go at it, and this time it goes in.
That's an excellent persistence there and strength from Legend Robertson. Really difficult shot initially. Good contest from Josh Sharma, but the persistence pays off, and Robertson gets a point.
Well, Giants with the first 5 points of the game. I think Leicester had the first 6 last week, but it soon came back for London. And here's Decker trying to get them on the board. 2 minutes gone by, and the Lions haven't scored.
Good energy so far, and this is what you want. You want the crowd to get involved early.
Robertson knocked away by Taylor, but illegally so.
More of the same here, Robertson. Just staying aggressive. Nelson getting the hands in the cookie jar to be rewarded with shots from the
Taylor, my fault.
First one off the mark. Giants 1 for 3 now from the free throw line in the early stages.
Well, don't have the healthiest percentage of the team. 67%, which is third worst in the league. And a guy as well at Robertson, he gets to the rim a lot. And we've seen him miss free throws and sometimes on big occasions just because of those lower percentages.
Here's Taylor driving to the rim, kicking out to the corner. Shalawati for 3. Still they can't score, London. Stolen away by Fletcher. Fletcher pushing hard, trying to throw it back, but it's deflected out of bounds. And Taylor couldn't quite keep that in play and ended up in the front row.
That's just an excellent effort play there. You feel like Ramon Fletcher's got a layup, but he's being chased down. Mia Oni, I believe, who we've seen on highlight reels. A side blocks.
Well, they've been playing it on social media all week. The blocks he had against Leicester. So I think Fletcher was aware of that. Trying to thread that pass directly to Roberti, and it's deflected away by Sharma.
I like how the Manchester Giants are kind of keying in on Legend here, trying to get him going early inside. They see that he might have a little bit of a physical advantage over Sharma.
Green off the glass for 2. And Manchester Giants lead this 8-0.
That's a really difficult shot there from Green, but it's poor defense from the London Lions. And I don't often say that because they've been such a good team defensively. But that's, again, a lackluster defensive play.
And it's taken over 3 minutes, but Decker finally has London's first score of the game. Williams creates room for his own jump shot, knocks it down.
What a play from Dirk Williams. They're able to pull it back, stop on a dime. Mid-range jump shot's good.
Sharma with the head fake and the jam.
That looks like a confident player. It looks like a player who is taking opportunities as they come. Great use of the pump fake here to get Robertson in the air. And Josh Sharma rises above the rim again.
Fletcher turning the corner, throws it up, and the foul is called. And Ramon Fletcher this time will go to the free throw line for 2.
Great take there from Ramon Fletcher, just using his speed to get by Sharma, and that's something we talked about in the pregame. Sharma's been doing a great job lately of not getting in foul trouble. You see him sit down here with 1 foul. Got to stay composed. 2 fouls, excuse me.
And this is where you see the dynamics possibly switch. Legend Robertson typically can't play 40 minutes of basketball, but at the moment he's a significant advantage. And here he goes, leaving the court now. He's 7'1" center who's had a really impactful start in this game, but it's not sustainable. Again, he's going to need to play in periods so he maintains his energy level. So the Giants look a lot smaller now. William Lee, of course, out injured. He's their 6'8" forward who brings offensive talents, rebounding, but also block shots. And they're out his services this evening.
Well, Green will go to the centre spot. Robertson will presumably play the 4. And London are relatively small for them, but they've still got 6'9", 6'11", 6'7", 6'8", and about 6'4" out there. So it's all relative, and that's what they've got is the chance to go inside to Zubcic. Both teams wanting a foul there. Neither got it. Nick Lewis driving hard to the hole.
Good take, but he just couldn't quite finish the play.
Good hands from Dirk Williams to steal that away. Manchester on the run with Green, and he lays it in. It's a 10-point Giants lead. And Coach Ryan Smith forced to call an early timeout.
And we called it before the game. This was going to be a fast-paced, exciting game. They have answered the call here in Manchester. Fast-paced action all over the board.
Well, it's a great start by the Manchester Giants. Before the game, Mike Tuck caught up with Dirk Williams.
Dirk Williams, how are you enjoying life on this Giants team?
I'm enjoying it. You know, it's obviously it's a new role for myself that I've been adjusting to all season long. I think it's been a next chapter for me in my game. So you know, for me, I'm enjoying it.
We're entering the business end of the season here. What are the goals for yourself personally, but also for this Manchester Giants team?
Obviously, for me personally, you know, I just want to do whatever I can to help the team, bring in success into Manchester and to, you know, win some games going into this business end, like you said. So for me, it's just, you know, to do whatever I can to make the team better. And for the team, you know, we just want to try and stay into that top 4, really top 3. So we just want to try to string up as many games as we can going into this business end of the season.
And tonight you're matched up against your former team, the London Lions. Do you feel like you're going out there with something to prove tonight?
No, not really. You know, I think I've been through that already in the previous 2 games, so I'm just gonna, you know, play free and you know, just try and go out there with the right mindset and, you know, like I said, just try and help the team win.
And what has been some of the key messages in the locker room before this game?
Obviously, you know, we just want to stay locked in. You know, this team, you know, they're 22-2, you know, so they're a really good team. So it's going to take a team effort. You know, we all just been trying to stay locked in on the scouting report. You know, hopefully, you know, they're bringing some success tonight.
Dirk, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, they certainly have been locked in the first 5 minutes of the game as Taylor goes to the rim. Zubcic just about tips that one in.
Oh, and there's the size already playing into the advantage of the London Lions there. Zubcic coming off the bench, 6'9", gets the easy tip in.
Fletcher for 3. Knocks it down.
Such a difficult shot there, Ramon Fletcher. So a little bit of space there between those 2 defenders and knocked it down.
Rebound at the top of the key off the mark. Decker going to throw it down. Only with the rebound. Second attempted foul by Robertson.
And nothing easy for this London Lions team. Manchester Giants making it a hard play for them, but London Lions sticking with it there. You see Ruben missing, Decker missing, Oni missing, but able to get to the line here. This London Lions team slowly starting to find some rhythm on offensive end.
Oh, this is a London Lions team that's clocked a lot of miles this week. Just in Wednesday night, they were in Poland with a victorious over Wrocław in the Euro Cup competition, and you can tell it's a team with miles on the clock. You know, they're a little bit off the pace. The radar's off, and as you can see, a missed dunk there previously will indicate that their legs are not quite there.
Yeah, they came back via Warsaw, I believe, and then to London, and then up today to Manchester, as you say. There's a lot of miles on this London clock, and of course they had 3 or 4 weeks without the Euro Cup as well, so it's a slight adjustment to get back into that rhythm of it. But you could see Decker on that play was trying to almost, as Fletcher gets fouled by Oni. I think that Decker attempted dunk was almost like a symbolic play, if you like, just to try and get some life into his team.
Well, all the life at the moment sits with the Manchester Giants, and they're full of it. They look excellent. Good energy, good positive energy about them, and they certainly don't look like they're fearing the league leaders at the moment.
Well, there's some chatter here between Oni and Vince McCauley. And it's still going on.
What do you think they're talking about, Ant?
It looks like a heated discussion. A lot of talk about politics right now, Mike. Maybe it's politics.
Didn't ask him what he had for breakfast.
Just wondering if he went to the same restaurant we did beforehand. Is that what it is?
He'd be in a good mood if he could.
Well, we're back underway. There's Fletcher for another 3. Knocks it down again. Ramon Fletcher, his second triple of the game.
And Ramon Fletcher 2 for 2 from 3. That play couldn't have been executed any better.
That one finds its way to Best. Rebound. Back out to Best. Oni for 3. That's short. Lewis chasing down the rebound.
The Manchester Giants are a team possessed on the defensive end right now. The defensive end. They're playing, they're rotating.
Best call for the foul. see Green fancied this matchup, wanted to go at him.
The Lions and team fouls already with just under 4 minutes to play in this quarter. Giants have done a really good job of forcing that issues, attacking the rim, getting the referees to blow the whistle. And as a result, all fouls here on after will be tipped to the free throw line for the Giants to earn some, well, relatively easy points from the stripe.
Well, plenty for Coach Schmidt to ponder as he paces the sidelines. Somebody stepped in too early. I think it was Decker. Went over the line before the shot had left his hand. So that will be a do-over for Taj Green. Amends. A 14-point Manchester lead. Not many would have picked that after 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Here's Decker. Inside to Zubcic. Can't convert. Lewis again on the glass.
So far out of sync offensively right now.
Fletcher all the way to the rim. 10 points in the first 7 minutes for Ramon Fletcher.
The two-time MVP showing us why. He's done that year after year in this league. You can't move there in between defenders.
Well, it's almost thrown away. Roberson had to go for the loose ball and he ended up committing the foul.
Roberson has to be disciplined there. You cannot reach in. He's got his second foul now, and he's a player. It's even more so important to this group now that William Lee is out on the injured list.
Yeah, you said it right there, Ant. This Manchester Giants team, talented and strong, but short in numbers. And a guy like Roberson, who adds so much value when he's on the court, has to be careful when it comes to fouls.
Well, I would imagine we will see him again in this half, because I don't think Vince will be able to leave him on the bench. He'll have to trust him at some point. With still 13 minutes to play. Whoa, that's a heck of a pass. It's turned over. Lewis races it back and lays it in for two.
Wow, what a play. Nicholas Lewis has been the energizer bunny off the bench for them in the last few games. A big part of why they've won the last 4 of their 5 games. But what a play there. First of the ball.
Well, he could have left that for a backcourt violation. Decker misses the 3. Manchester with the rebound, and they can take a 20-point lead here in the first quarter. Here's Fletcher for another one, not this time. That just found its way to Decker, and he is fouled by Lewis.
Goodness me, I mean, Sam Decker gets something to go, but just the offense couldn't be any more out of sync. Even the pass and catching of the ball, they're fumbling it. Poor positioning on the transition. Coach Schmidt is going to have to figure out a way here to find a unit that can play collectively together. Almost down 20 against a dangerous Manchester team.
Well, for the first time in Manchester Giants colours, Kofi Joseph enters the fray, and that's an extra bit of offense stepping onto the court to a team that's already put 26 points on the board in under 8 minutes.
Well, we know how much he loves to shoot the 3 ball, so they have to locate him. I mean, the question will be how game ready is he? Is he in shape? And mentally as well. When you haven't played basketball in a while, it does take a little time sometimes to adjust.
Well, he did play, I think, 4 games in Saudi Arabia this season. Here's Lewis looking to attack, getting all the way to the basket, off the glass, and one for Nick Lewis.
This Manchester Giants team is firing on all cylinders. Nick Lewis there, great take, using his speed to get to the basket, and rewarded here with the and-1.
And that's against the bigger, longer defender as well. Nicholas Lewis, no fear, straight at Victor Hubran.
Well, I'm not quite sure why the horn went there, because the ball had already gone to Lewis. There was no substitutions at either end either. Lewis makes it a 19-point lead, and London have not been in this position all season. Oh, that's going to be the second on Lewis.
And that's a good little matchup there. Nick Lewis, Aaron Best, both from my home country, Canada, and both from Scarborough, Ontario. So these guys are going to be battling it out here tonight.
Well, Lewis has been lively. He's certainly been a big part of what they've done in the first quarter, but that is his second foul. So him and Robertson, two important players, both on the bench on 2 fouls, and that is the problem with the lack of depth.
And committing 2 fouls, neither of them needed to make as well, which is even more so, I think, frustrating for Vince McCauley. You can see him bellowing his disappointment there on court, and I think he's well within reason. You've got to be that extra bit disciplined when you've got a thin rotation.
Well, Best has missed them both. Here's Joseph. Fletcher calls for the screen. Now looks to attack. That's all the way to the rim. Not quite. And Best is able to come away with it. Best with the transition. 3 knocks it down.
That's a big play there for the team captain. Sometimes you just have to grab a game and lead by example. And plays like that will be encouraging for his teammates.
Here's Jones. Doug Williams creates room for the 3, almost, but not quite. And between Morgan and Ward Hibbert, they're able to come up with the rebound. Best kicks to the corner. Rebound for 3. That one rings out. Comes all the way out to Josh Ward Hibbert. And there's a mismatch here, size mismatch. Decker takes full advantage of it.
That's beautiful. The balance and the control there to be able to spin off Ramon Fletcher, which is a significant mismatch down low.
Here's Joseph. Out to Fletcher. Fletcher, long 2. He's good. Wow.
Size up the defender. Execution crystal.
Decker with seconds running down. Oh my goodness! What a dunk from Sam Decker.
Closing seconds of the course. Sam Decker pops up with a highlight play. He had one thing on his mind, and that was to get to the rim. And he got high above the rim to slam it down.
Oh my Lord, Sam Decker, man on a mission.
Well, we saw him trying to dunk in a rebound earlier. Again, there's a little statement, a little boost for his team, and that certainly will be a booster just before the first quarter break.
Wow. What a first quarter.
Green is going to come in. Fletcher will get 2.3 seconds worth of rest.
I think that's what he's going to get.
Yeah.
Every second counts.
Decker converts the 3-point play, and Taylor wants to come in. Decker will get a little breather here at the end of the first quarter as well. Green needs somebody to throw it to. Here's Joseph from midcourt. Ooh, that wasn't too far away, but what a first quarter for the Manchester Giants here. They absolutely flew out of the blocks. They put 31 points on the London Lions defense. The question is, can they sustain this momentum at the end of one? It's 33-18 to the Giants. We'll have the second quarter right after this break. Welcome back to Manchester. The Giants lead the champions-elect by 13. 31 points in that first quarter. We've seen Manchester do that a few times this season. We've also seen them have down quarters. The question is whether they can sustain this sort of offensive output. Here's Green under pressure. Wants a foul. There's a whistle on the rebound. I think it's going against Robertson. I'll just wait for the number. It is 0-0 that's shown to the table.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit overzealous there. I think the big man always gets a harsh call there from a referee when you're bumping bodies and you're that big. But you're right, Dan. I mean, this is a Giants team that we've seen play remarkable quarters and then just fade out, you know, the quarter after. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond here.
The fluctuation in scorelines in this building is probably greater than anywhere else in the league over the course of the season. Here's Dirk Williams, room for the three, and he knocks it down. Manchester Giants shooting really well from behind the arc.
Incredible shot here from Dirk Williams. Poised, under control, pump fake, lets it fly.
Taylor for three, and he replies with London's second three of the game.
It's a big shot there from Jordan Taylor, and he had a really good outing as well in the midweek in the Euro Cup game.
Dirk Williams top of the key for two.
And Dirk Williams at it again. He's the guy that can catch fire quickly. Back-to-back shots from him.
Little bump there from Callum Jones.
A little love tap. That's something the Giants got to be wary of here is foul trouble, especially early doors here in this first half. They don't want that to come back and bite them down the stretch.
Ruban creates room for his own three-point shot, way off the mark for a guy who shoots above 50%.
And that was good defense as well. They were locating him in that zone. You can hear the instructions here from Coach Vince McCauley as well.
Knocked away by Ward Hibbert. Ward Hibbert driving hard to the hole and finishing.
That's tough. Josh Ward Hibbert, excellent back-to-back plays there. The front on Tyler's Green to get the interception and then route one all the way to the rim for the finish.
There's Joseph driving through. Ward Hibbert got a little piece of that as well.
Referees letting them play here in this second quarter. A little bit chippy out there.
I think Robertson might have got his second foul there, yes. So Manchester in a little bit of foul trouble. They've got Robertson on two, Lewis on two, and Robertson on two. Normally, that's not a big deal, but with the depth that they don't have, it is a challenge for Manchester.
That's exactly it, and it's not just the bodies itself, it's the quality. You know, Manchester Giants just don't have the arsenal off the bench. Bench points have been few and far between, of the worst in the league, just 15 points per game in bench points. So, you're right, it's not just the quantity, it's the quality also.
Well, Vince McCauley calling for time after that second foul. And a chance from the free throw line for London just to reel it back into 11 points. And they will want to try and keep this double-figure lead for as long as possible. You know London will come at some point, but you just want to push that as far away as possible.
Well, I think that's the concern for London Lion fans watching at home is London has to take action. They have to be proactive with the comeback. At the moment, they're kind of trading baskets here and there. They're chipping into it. But I would have won a team like London, like Manchester Giants, to get high on confidence. You saw a couple plays before. Jack Williams is now in the mix. He's scoring baskets. You've got Ramon Fletcher with 12 first quarter points. So you don't want these big guys feeling confident early, because that is sustainable. They've played 40-minute games in this league before and got 30-point games as a result.
Well, they're at the half in Sheffield. The Sharks leading Caledonia 44-33. Leicester Newcastle, by the way, was a delayed tip-off. They only started about 5 or 6 minutes ago in that one. Morgan at the line makes the first.
Well, we talk a lot about Josh Sharma, but Comigan's got an excellent opportunity here. 24-year-old British player with Costa Kufos now deregistered from league play. You know, this is a huge opportunity for this young British talent to get into the rotation, this London Lions team.
Here he is guarding Green down in the low block. Green to the hook and drops it in.
Well, I say experience versus non-experienced, but Taj Green himself is a rookie. He's 24, 25 years old, and what a phenomenal rookie season he's having, by the way.
He's got 10 points in this game already, and Best and Robertson. Wait, he's just signaled 24 to the table, pointed down court. So he's signaled as if that's on. It is on Robertson, yeah. Just checking. That's his third.
Yeah, that was a tough call there. Refs don't get to see the replay. A little bit of a hook there from Aaron Best.
I don't think Anthony Robertson's the type of player, too, you could leave in the game with 3 fouls in the first half.
Josh Ward-Hibbert in the corner for 3. Well, Kofi Josephs has come to the subs bench, so I'm assuming they're not going to leave him in there.
Well, we've seen Josh Ward-Hibbert change games over the years, and boy, is he having a positive impact in this one.
Green again trying to go to work in the low block. Kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis drives hard. Green with the offensive rebound. Stripped away from him, though. He wanted a foul, nothing doing. Only with the spin gets the finger roll.
That's beautiful, isn't it? He realized the size matchup was in his favor and utilized that to its fullest.
Williams sits on the shot clock. Steps back. Doesn't get the roll. There's Ward-Hibbert again, pulling in another rebound for his team. Only thought about the transition 3. Gave it to Taylor instead, and he hits.
And finally, this London Lions team starting to come alive. Struggling to find rhythm early on, but here, Jordan Taylor knocking down a big 3 to put them within 5.
It's a beautiful find as well. Excuse me, Dan.
They were 1 for 9 from behind the arc. They've made 3 of their last 4. Wow. Here's Lewis trying to reply. Long rebound. Taylor gets a hand on it. Can he keep it in? He can. But it's knocked out by Best, and Manchester will keep possession. There's a lot going on out there as Robertson does sit down and Josephs returns, and Decker for London is back in the game.
Coach Smith probably had a word in the huddle between the quarters there. Turn up the physicality. Let's put it on them. These guys that are short-handed, short bench, let's wear them down. And your team like London Lions with so much depth, you've got fouls to give. You've got bodies. You've got numbers.
Back underway. The lead, which has been as many as 19, is just 5. Joseph throws it straight to Taylor. Here's Decker in transition. Out to Best for 3. Halfway down and out.
It's not a conversion, but it's a good find. It's a good look. It's a good space in there. Good push of the basketball, finding Best in the corner.
Here's Dirk in the corner, and he strings a triple. 10 points for Dirk Williams.
Dirk Williams knocking himself into double figures there. He's been so cool, calm, and collected. Good shots. Making good shots.
Taylor's going to take a 3. That's off the mark. Goes over Ward-Hibbert and Lewis running. Lewis going direct. Green trying to get the offensive rebound. Lands hard. And he's not happy. He thumps the ground in frustration. London won a technical. He wanted a foul. Nobody's getting anything.
And you can see why he's pleading there for a foul. I mean, he's jumping for the basketball there, and Taylor is sort of boxing him out but coming into him, so it could have been a call there.
Yeah, and if you're Vince McCauley here, it's only 4.5 minutes left and 0 fouls on the board for the Lions, so it'd be a frustrating thing with your guys out there.
He has informed the referees of that statistic, I think it's fair to say.
I believe I overheard him. By the front row seat over there.
And there's one to get his ire up. To placate him a little bit there with the moving screen being called.
Yeah, it's not the guards there. It's not as easy as it looks, is it? Goodness me. Oh, Josh Ward heads up.
Dirk Williams. Cross to Fletcher. Little run out for Ramon Fletcher. Green trying to tip it home. Ball still bobbling about. Lewis has it. Inside to Green. He loses the ball. Decker almost loses it too. London still have possession. Here's Oni. Short. Green with the rebound.
Not a great shot there early in the shot clock, and it wasn't the cleanest of bringing the ball over the half court either. This game has an erratic nature about it.
Manchester probably don't mind that. There's Green going for a rebound and hitting the deck hard again, and this time he does get a whistle in his favour.
Oh, it's the same two culprits as well, Jordan Taylor and Taj Green. Taj Green a little bit slower to get up this time. There's Ramon Fletcher going to his trusted left hand, and that wasn't as bad as the other one before.
Makeup call.
Well, it's the second on Jordan Taylor, and as you say, Green very slow to his feet here.
Well, this is the last thing Vince McCauley and the Manchester Giants want. Well, a key guy going down, Taj Green, who has been key for them. 18 points, 9 rebounds, and always got a couple athletic blocks in his locker per game.
Their athletic trainer out on the court, which means Taj Green will have to sub out here. We see Josh Sharma coming in.
Well, Callum Jones is going to replace Taj Green. I'm not sure Manchester can get any smaller than the unit they've got out there now. I'm looking at it. Is Dirk Williams the centre in this lineup? Ooh. It's 5 guards, basically.
Hey, you call it. Make Ramon Fletcher the center. Why not?
Wow, I mean, it looks like a 5-out team.
5 out. 5 out. Everybody shoot threes.
Hey, this is 2023. Positionless basketball is here, fellas.
Good job.
Neutral? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Good job you've retired, right? Oh, nice pass. And Williams plays it in. Tuck could make a 3, but I'm not sure about you.
As long as it was passed to me and I didn't have to do any work.
Nice pass. At best with the finish. And there's going to be a foul there on Jones, and that's his second.
That's a frustrating one there for Manchester. If you're going to foul, make sure he doesn't finish the shot here. And Aaron Best just showing off that athletic ability. He's so versatile at that guard spot, but he can really get up.
That is beautiful. I'm just glad he didn't play in the same time as Mike Tucker with them, because Air Canada definitely would have been given to that guy.
Yeah.
What year are we talking here?
Well, the Giants do have a centre on the court now. As Robertson comes in for there's a lane violation there. And literally, there was nobody there, so there was no need to step in too early. But the referee says one of the Giants players came in beforehand.
Got to follow the rules, Dan.
Yeah, I guess so. Not quite sure what the advantage was, or the disadvantage. But Best makes the 3-point play. Fletcher kicks to the corner. Joseph's off the ball, but there's Robertson on the offensive glass. And I think Decker might have got him from behind. Could have been best in front. It is number 7 of Sam Decker that's shown to the table.
And that's a big rebound from Ledred Robertson there. Able to get 2 hands on it. Trying to get the power up. Picks up the foul here.
When he's in this mood too, he is a phenomenal player. We've seen him just overpower opponents he comes across just because of his size and strength.
Here he is trying to get the ball from Fletcher, but it's crowded out by the London Lions. Taylor driving it up, throws it up, and Robertson caught him afterwards. That's going to be 3 on him.
Yeah, and that's a good decision there from Jordan Taylor to attack the guy. Robertson is the way he goes up and then swipes. I think that's the problem. I think if he just goes up like straight like a pencil, it doesn't get called, but he sort of swipes at it.
You said it right there, you know. If you go, he's 7'1". If you just go straight up, you're going to impact that shot. No need to try and get the block as well.
Vince McCauley having to gamble here with 2:44 to go in the first half. Takes Robertson out on 3 fouls, but puts Robertson in on 3 fouls. But his team still lead by 5. Fletcher, Robertson driving in, and he'll shoot 2.
Smart play there from Manchester Giants, able to slow it down. Fletcher finding Robertson here on the roll, and Robertson attacking, staying aggressive. This Giants team staying on this front foot in this second quarter, excuse me.
I think Vince is enjoying himself out there, by the way. He's right in the thick of the battle, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, trash talking players, getting into it with the refs, animated.
Well, for him too, this is his former club. You know, remember all those years he had at London Lions, and obviously before that Milton Keynes Lions. So, you know, like players, you know, whenever you're a coach, I'm sure you're wanting to out-coach your former club.
Well, I think Fletcher has a slight cut, and that's why he's had to go out again. I don't know if it's a nosebleed, and he's having to sit down as a result of it. And London, I think, we're trying to make substitution, but the referee says you can't do it in that situation. You have to wait until after the free throw, even though there was Fletcher taken out because of the blood. Now London can make their substitution. Well, you say his former club as well, Vince. 30 years of being everything. Owner, coach, GM, chief bottle washer, basically everything.
He's like Jackie Moon out there.
He was. And here's Kofi Jones out on the break, and he's got his first points for the Manchester Giants.
And sometimes that's just a night to have an easy one to let the ball go through the hoop. Kofi Joseph now has his first points for Manchester Giants jersey.
Kofi Joseph, welcome to Manchester. Mr. Josephs has arrived.
Well, he's a regular here. He's just usually sat on the chairs on the other side of the court, isn't he? He's always in the front row watching. But they finally managed to come to an agreement to bring him onto the court. And I know a lot of fans excited to see him. He is one of those guys that people love to watch because of the way he can score in volume.
Yeah, he is an exciting player. I mean, the last time we saw him in the league, the points he was putting up, the games that he was having, a guy that can have immediate offensive impact, a guy not shy of shooting the shot, and he can get him off.
And the Manchester Giants lead is back up to 9, and there was a moment or two there where they were just wobbling a little bit, and there's still 2 minutes to go to half time, but 47 points in 18 minutes is Manchester Giants basketball.
Well, London Lions expended so much energy as well, physically and mentally, to get back in the game. They're almost down 20, to start this game. So they've got to a position where it's within reach, and I think that you can see the energy levels drop again there from the London Lions. So both teams here having to have these spurts here, and it's the sustainability of these spurts. That's the thing that's going to, I think, capture the victory in this game.
Here's Decker. Spinning into the key. That's a bit flat. Robertson with the rebound. There's Fletcher in. Oh, that's a goaltend, is it? I think that hit the backboard and he swiped it away. Referees are going to chat it over. No basket. Well, I'm not sure about that. Here's another look at it. The foul comes here from Best. Oh, there's going to be a technical foul on the bench. Let's have a look. Does it hit the backboard? Yes, it does. It's a goaltend.
Wow.
Once the ball hits the backboard, you're not allowed to block it until it comes off the rim. And that was a goaltend. And to compound it, there's been a technical foul called against the Manchester bench. So London will get a free throw at the other end of the court.
And that's obviously the advantage we have here, being able to watch it back in slow-mo, and the referees obviously not having the opportunity to look it back with VAR. But if you're the Manchester Giants, why would you compound that mistake by getting that technical foul? You're in a great spot here heading into half. The last thing you want to do is let this Lions team get an inch on you.
So it will be 2 free throws for that one. Doesn't count because the Horn had gone for a substitution. 2 free throws for Fletcher, when really it should only be 1. He should already have the 2 points on the board.
Well, Ramon Fletcher, 34 years old, former 2-time MVP. This game so far, he has 6 assists. He leads the league in assists, just over 8 per game. And those big 12 first quarter points for him, he's propelled his team here in such a advantageous position going into this halftime break.
And he makes both of them. So the lead back to double figures. Taylor. Inside to Sharma, but it's broken up. Comes back to Taylor late in the shot clock. Gets the shot away and knocks it down.
Wow, that's great play. Initially, good feed inside to Sharma, who couldn't quite grapple in the ball, but Taylor stays with the play and makes a difficult shot over Green.
Fletcher lobbing it up to Green. He loses it in the end. Thrown forward to Huban, who lays it in.
Wow, that's a great shot from Taylor as well. He sort of hesitated that initial outlet. What that did is it gave Ruben enough time there to run the flanks and finish the play.
Came off the foot of Taylor first, so that will reset the shot clock to 14. Just there, double kick, but Taylor got there first. Shot clock down to 6. Lewis fires up the 3, rims out. Decker with the rebound. Shot clock is off. London can take the last one here of the first half. And they can get about as close as they've been since the opening 2 or 3 minutes of the game, if they can score here. Taylor. Rebound for 3. Back iron. And that will do it for an excellent first half for the Manchester Giants. They absolutely blistered out of the blocks, scored 31 points in the first quarter, built themselves a lead as big as 19. And when London came back, they've weathered a bit of the storm. They will go into the halftime locker rooms leading by 7 out.
Well, it's been those blow-for-blow games so far, and each team have had their runs in their own rights, but it's been Manchester Giants who have withstood the storm, and they've had their own complications with foul trouble as well, but still they were able to keep putting points on the board. This is the type of fast-paced, high offensive flow game that Manchester Giants relish.
Well, the Giants really doing a lot of the damage at the rim. 13 of 24 from two-point range. Not quite made as many threes as we're accustomed to, but the other thing they've done a good job of doing is getting to the free throw line. 13 first half free throws, they've made 11 of them. And they've out-rebounded London. We've talked about the size of London, but Manchester winning that battle.
Nothing to do with the size on this one, it's been the energy, and Manchester Giants have had that from tip. And even on the defensive end, look, we don't often compliment the Giants' defensive structures, but they have been they've went after it. They've showed absolutely no fear against this London Lions team, and as a result, they find themselves up by 7 at halftime.
Well, 14 points and 6 assists in the first half for Ramon Fletcher, and he is with Mike Tuck.
Ramon, incredible stat line to start the game here. Your thoughts on your performance in this first half?
London's one of those teams that you got to come out and be aggressive with. They got a lot of firepower, good coaching staff. We just want to prove to them that we got just as much. So on the defensive end, just like Dan just said, that's something that we wanted to get under control, and I think we did a pretty good job right now.
And you guys definitely started aggressively, 31 points in that first quarter. You started on the front foot. Was that something that was talked about in the locker room before the game?
I mean, that's what we've been doing all year. We've been getting a lot of points. We haven't been getting a lot of stops. Our defense has been kind of suspect sometimes, but now we're trying to put it together, and I think we did a good job in the first half.
Obviously, foul trouble coming into play here. You guys with a short bench, is that something that you guys are keying in on?
Of course. I mean, whenever you got a short bench, you want to stay out of foul trouble. So going into halftime, we might make some slight adjustments, maybe some zones, some pressing, something like that. But regardless, we got to keep playing.
Your defense definitely a focus for you tonight. You guys not always known as the defensive team, but was that something worked on leading up to this game?
Oh, of course. We want our defense to go to our offense because we got a lot of offensive power. But if we get the defense under control, we could be a pretty complete team.
Ramon, great first half. Good luck.
Thank you.
Really was a great first half for Manchester, in particular a sensational first quarter where they put up 31 of their 49 points, and they go into the half with a 7-point lead, but it's a lead that London will be looking at, and certainly one they feel they can claw back. Reaction and analysis coming next. Well, we told you, we said at the top, Manchester, the great entertainers of this league, and they certainly put on a show in the first half, in the first quarter in particular, where they racked up 31 points. London, title favourites that they are, fought their way back into it, clawed back what was a 19-point deficit at one point. Sam Decker, Josh Sharma in particular getting involved. Kofi getting his first points as a Giant. But at the half, it's advantage Manchester, 49-42. And the Lions, offensively in particular, Kieran, looking really off kilter.
Definitely at the start of the game, they got off to a really poor start. I think only 6 points in the first 7 minutes. But they started to pick it up, but they need to make those 3-point shots. I feel if they start knocking on those open threes that they were getting, those open looks, that'll make a big difference in this game.
You've got to love the way Manchester play basketball. It's never a dull watch, is it?
You know what? They're either scoring loads or not scoring at all. It's just fun to watch.
Well, let's drill down on that a bit more, because even within games, certainly, sometimes within quarters of a game, you see completely different sides, contrasting sides. And here we saw Manchester, 31 points in the first quarter. They looked like world beaters, but then London clawed them back. So what, did London wake up? Was it the lack of strength in depth with Manchester? What changed?
I think personally London started to make shots and Manchester stopped hitting shots. The duck, stepped up. Fletcher made big shots, but it wasn't flowing the same way. And I think once the Lions started making those open shots, they woke up. It was a different game.
You've got to say as well, the way London have come back from what was a 19-point deficit at one point to take it to just 7 at the half. That's why they're top of the table by clear daylight. And
that's it for me. They'll still be so disappointed with how many points they've given up. 49 points from London. That's unheard of. They don't do that. But a Manchester Giants, that's their MO. That's exactly what they want to do. So they've been, first half 1-0 to the Manchester Giants.
Well, we've talked about the Giants as great entertainers, and there's one player in particular I think that absolutely embodies that. He gets the crowd on their feet every time we come up here to Manchester. He's such a crowd pleaser, and he's such a handful for the Lions to contain, Kieran.
He is just a ball of energy. He does not stop. And the thing is, we're talking about the Giants making shots. Green's been making shots, but he's also on the offensive glass every single time, making it so difficult for the London Lions.
Brilliant first half from him. Equally, you can apply that adjective to Ramon Fletcher, rolling back the years. He is leading the league coming into this game in assists, over 200 dishes and counting, 6 more for him today. There's another one, 14 points as well for Ramon.
I just love his game, and I've been hurt by him so many times, but he just keeps continuing to go. What I've seen in this game especially, his 3-point shot was on early. Once his 3-point shot is clicking, that was always his Achilles heel before, but he just finds a way to score. You know exactly what he wants to do. Go into his left hand, but you cannot stop him.
He's the heartbeat of this Manchester side. The same can be applied to Sam Decker of the London Lions, and Decker was a player that when things weren't really rolling, either for him or for the team collectively, he was taking the responsibility to arrest that slide, to get things back in the groove on his own shoulders, wasn't he?
Well, we talk about his efficiency scoring, but he's a lot more than that. I see him huddling the guys up, ensuring that he gets the ball and is making sure that they stay within the game, and that's a great thing to do. Look at that finish. Strength, agility, athleticism. Sam Decker, thank you for being in the BBL this season.
Yeah, well said. Is that going in next week's Plays of the Week? I think it certainly is, right?
It's a certainty.
It's a lock. You can lock it up right here. Well, that's next week's Plays of the Week. What about this week's?
Taylor, nice fake, and lays it in.
That is beautiful. You run the floor, you're so much more difficult for the defense to stop you.
McKenzie pinned to the glass by Oni.
Wow, Mia Oni just coming out of nowhere and swatting the in-form McKenzie's layup.
Offensive rebound by Delpesh, and it's stolen away by Lewis. Giants with a 2-on-1 is lobbed up to Green, who throws it down. Showtime for Manchester on the fast break. And he's all fired up after that one.
Taylor lobbing it back to Sharma for another two-handed throwdown.
Goodness me, and that's the offensive transition prowess that the London Lions can deliver. 3 on the fast break, lob it up to your 7-footer, finishes with an attack play.
Oh, the lob up to Bent, who jabs it in. What an assist from Taylor. Wow.
Oh my goodness, he just jumped in between 2 red jerseys and dunked the basketball.
Out of nowhere.
As I do every week, I'm staying neutral. I'm going to hand over to the big man. Who's going? Who's getting it?
So many great plays in that 5, you know. But that guard-to-guard alley-oop play there to Best from Taylor, that was absolutely disgusting.
A fine choice from Kieran Achara. Brilliant stuff. More where that came from next week, and more action coming your way here from Manchester very shortly. What a brilliant first half it has been for Vince McCauley, looking to play spoiler against his old club, who are cruising to the BBL title, or are they? What would a defeat here tonight do for the title race? Tip off the second half is coming next. Well, we call this one a heavyweight clash at the top of the show, and it is living up to the billing. It's a packed house here in Manchester, and the Giants fans have enjoyed what they've seen from their team so far. But there is a lot of basketball to play. Second half about to tip off, so let's get back over to Anne and Dan.
Yeah, 6 rounds in, the Giants leading it on points so far, but London with an opportunity to eat into that here at the start of the second half. It will be Ryan Schmidt's team who get us underway in the third quarter, and Jordan Taylor has it.
Taylor. Oni. Back out. Oni for three. Short. Green almost stole that away, but Decker is able to finish.
Goodness me, not too many people take the ball out of Green's hands there. Sam Decker, the strength and the balance there to be able to snatch that ball and finish.
Robertson, there's an offensive foul called on Dirk Williams. Nobody's quite sure what's going on. I think Decker is wondering, he's asking the referee something. I think Decker was wondering why he wasn't fouled on the previous play, and Robertson was the nearest in proximity. Of course, he's on three. So to Robertson, those two really walking the line here for Manchester. Decker stumbling over his own player there. Oni taking it hard to the rim, can't convert the lay-in. And Dirk Williams is out in front and he jams it in.
Excellent outlet pass. And Dirk Williams in the open floor. It's a force to be reckoned with. Nice finish.
Ward Hibbert for three. In and out. A little push in the back there on Sam Decker.
Coach Ryan Smith looking to go with Josh Ward Hibbert, who was excellent in that first half. 5 points, 5 rebounds, but he had a +8. Of course, his team were down 7 at half time, so his positive performance in the first half has earned him a start in the second.
So in essence, they were 15 points better when he was on the court, which is some going in 20 minutes, and travelling violation, sorry, is called.
Again, it's the energy on the defensive end which was missing at times from the London Lions, and that's something I think you'd sometimes scratch your head out. London Lions have been so impactful on the defensive end. It's led to their successes they've had. And against the best offense in the league, you want the defense to show up.
Only just long arm finger roll in.
Well, and that's what Mione has to do. He's had a couple 3-pointers not dropped, so he's going to have to keep attacking the rim. He's 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Sorry, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. But that's a good aggressive move from him for 6 points personal.
Robertson late in the shot clock. Robertson going for the dunk and finishing despite the close attention from Sam Decker.
Yeah, and Coach Vince McCauley will not care whether that's a dunk or a layup. He just wants his big man to finish. And Robertson did on that occasion.
Here's Decker in the corner for three. Ward Hibbert again. Oh, that's going to be on Robertson. That's going to be his fourth.
Wow. I hope Josh Ward Hibbert's okay, because what an athletic play to go after that rebound. The collision was high in the air, so he lost his balance and hit the ground with a thud. Yes, contact there again. Robertson can't do that on 3 fouls.
Well, they're going to leave him out there for now. It's a London ball from the end. Only short corner on the shot clock, buzzer doesn't go.
Good rebound from Green. Those rebounds are difficult when they barely hit the rim. Good reaction from him.
Fletcher quickly into the key. Ward Hibbert again on the glass. That's his 7th rebound of the game. Taylor into the paint, drops it in. The gap is down to 5.
Jordan Taylor really finding himself. Looks confident in there.
Fletcher is going to try and use the last few seconds of the clock to attack. Oh my! Josh Sharma denies him!
Wow, he come across there and just changed direction of that ball.
Only gets his own rebound inside to Decker, and that will drop. Sam Decker with the and one. Foul is called.
he's going to the line for the bonus.
He is that lead by example type of player, isn't he, Sam Decker? Here's the block before. Josh Sharma just denying that left hand of Ramon Fletcher. And just the other end only penetrated, and Decker going straight to it and gets Robertson's fourth foul along with his teammate Roberson.
Well, he's been kind of juggling all game, Vince McCauley, with the foul issues that the Giants have had. And he's got to keep spinning those plates because he's got two guys on four, two important guys as well. Fletcher late in the shot clock, throws it straight to Decker. Decker behind the back. Decker going to the rim and will lay it in. And we've got a timeout called here in the third quarter as the London Lions have started strongly. They scored 12 of the first 16 points, and they've cut it down to just a single point, 53-52. Well, a lot of great work goes on in the community with the Manchester Giants, and also locally with an absolute 800-meter legend. Diane Modal is here, and she is with Mike Tubb.
Diane, first off, thanks for meeting with us here. Great to see you. Tell us about your foundation. What's it called and what's it all about?
It's a pleasure to be here. So the foundation is called the Diane Modal Sports Foundation. We've been going for about 12 years now, and the purpose of the charity is to empower young people to fulfill their potential. Manchester has a lot going for it, absolutely, but there are still young people who are looking for opportunities to be their best.
Definitely. And how important is it for sporting clubs like the Manchester Giants to get involved with the local community?
Oh, it's crucial, because any young person sitting in this stadium right now will be thinking, how do I get from where I am now to where these players are? That's about hard work, dreams and aspirations, but it all starts with a dream, and our foundation is about bridging that gap.
And speaking of young players, you've brought some down with you tonight. Are they enjoying the game?
They absolutely are. I can hear them in my ear all the time. Let's go Giants! So it's amazing. You will have heard the saying, if you can't see it, you can't be it. And that's why they're in this stadium tonight.
That's definitely right. Well, thanks again for meeting with us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, Diane is organising a 10K run to raise some money for her foundation, working alongside the Manchester Giants. It's great to see her here, and it's great to see the work that she and the Giants are doing in the community. Here's Fletcher going hard and blocked by Oni.
Josh Sharma, Mia Oni, two of the best shot blockers in the league, and Ramon Fletcher's is picking up the technical.
Well, he obviously said something on the way back down the court to the official. He's, I think, intimating he might have been fouled on the drive, but the referee was happy, and therefore Fletcher, for his verbal complaint, gets a technical, and Decker makes the free throw. And you can see there's his complaint, and he's still going, and there's a line, and he crossed it.
Well, and that's the thing, isn't it? That's the criticism we had of the Giants. They're so talented, they're so gifted offensively. It's been a discipline at times that's really hurt them, and it's plays like that where you just have to find another layer of discipline.
He's usually the guy that has it, to be fair. It's not often Fletcher gets in that. London Lions, trailed by as many as 19, have their first lead of the game midway through the third quarter. Wow. Fletcher into the three, back iron, Taylor with the rebound. Here's Decker in the open court. Only lobs it up to Sharma, who drops it in for two.
That's a really good play, and it's all because of the movement of Josh Sharma as well. He's not just staying still, his teammates are finding him in those danger areas there, and there's going to be very few people in this league that can stop him in there.
He also had a little point just to make sure that his teammate knew to throw the assist. And he's committed a foul at the other end, swiping after another block.
Well, it's hard to criticise because some of the ones he goes after are remarkable. And I think that's just good intent from Nicholas Lewis as well. Goes straight at Josh Sharma, despite having seen some of the blocks he's done already this evening.
It's not been his best shooting game so far, Lewis. But he's got 7 points and 6 rebounds. Cuts it down to 2. Decker, the little hesitation, splits through the defense, clutching his head. But the referees just point down court for a Manchester's possession.
Well, no whistle blown, and let's take another look at this one as Sam Decker slices through. Oh, I think he caught his elbow there. Oh, goodness. You see Nick Lewis's hands go up, look, the left elbow.
Decker has come back to his feet, and he's somewhat incredulous, and he's getting the boos from the crowd as well to compound it. His fault, I don't think. Fletcher out for Josephs for 3. Over the top and out of bounds.
Manchester's just gone dry, haven't they, in this quarter? Just 6 points so far in the third quarter for them, and the problem is when they're missing shots, the London Lions are just running it down the other end.
And only forcing his way inside to add another 2 to that tally. Robertson steps into the 3, and that doesn't go. Lewis with the rebound. Williams resets. Is that a shooting foul or is that on the floor? He sort of grabbed him there. Well, they're going to give 3 free throws. There was another call in there, a technical foul on the coach there on Ryan Schmidt. I must admit, I was watching the referee, so I didn't see what Ryan Schmidt did, but that was the 3rd foul on Oni. My initial take was that he fouled him before he was in the act of shooting, but...
Well, that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to give Oni the benefit of the doubt. Former Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year from his time at Yale University before being drafted to the NBA with the Utah Jazz. So defense is something he knows a lot about.
Here's another look at it. There's the head fake. There's the foul. That's before the act of shooting.
Yeah, yeah, well before. Yeah. Yeah, incorrect call from the referee.
So he got one. The first free throw was for the technical. This is now 3 free throws for the shooting. I suppose it evens up the potential 3-point play that Fletcher didn't get in the first half. Sorta, kinda.
Okay.
Trying to do the maths on that somehow. Does it?
It's been one of those games though where the referees have had to video assistance would be great in a game like this, I think, at times, because it's been so, chippy is, I think, the most appropriate word. It's been in one of those fast-paced, erratic games, chippiness between players. You see little dynamics of rivalries between some of the players on court.
Green will return for Robertson after Williams ties the game at 59. Defense the cry from the home fans. Best at the elbow, short. Foul is called on Taylor. Or did he step out of bounds? No, it wasn't a foul, it was just out of bounds. So he's got his foot on the line as he touched the ball.
Excellent spot there. The guys in grey.
Kurt Williams dancing and spinning and trying to find some room. Oh, halfway down.
Goodness me, almost got it to go.
Taylor for three. Williams with the rebound. That pass just a little ahead of Green, but it ends up in Lewis's hands. And only with an easy rebound.
Both of these two teams not fluently knocking down the threes. These are the two leaders in the league, of three-pointers made.
Sharma, Oni, to Kurt Williams. Joseph's out in front. Joseph under pressure, tipped in, no, tipped away. Or was it basket is good. Goaltend called on Josh Sharma. Yeah, let's have another look.
Wow, look at me, Oni. Why is that a goaltend?
Did he touch the rim?
I don't think that's in the cylinder.
I didn't think that was a goaltend either, to be fair, in real time. Look at Jordan Taylor's face. I think he didn't agree with it either. Well, if it is in the cylinder, that is the thing. You can't tip it out there. If it's on the rim, you can tip it out. Sharma bullying his way to the basket.
And that's the gamble you take if you pull the chair, meaning you sort of flop back. That's the gamble you take if the court isn't made in your favour. Open layup for Josh Sharma.
Joseph's down the lane, blocked by Sharma. Wow. I don't think Urban was expecting that. Joseph didn't realise Sharma was there at first. Wisely recycled out the deep three. Off the mark. Hasn't quite had his legs on the three-point shot. Kofi Joseph's understandably, really.
With Josh Sharma standing in the basket for nothing to make any man change his mind.
Minute to play here in the third. Tied at 61. Nice pass. Best just can't get it to drop in, but he will go to the line for two.
Great backdoor cut there from Aaron Best. Obviously not being able to convert, but still drawing the fouls here. Trips to the line like this down the stretch are going to be key towards the end of the game. Manchester Giants have to be conscious of covering those backdoor cuts and not having any defensive walls.
Well, subs both ways. Kamagan and Zubcic in, and Callum Jones, the Manchester Giants veteran, returning to the floor.
Well, it's been a different type of basketball from London Lions this evening. They typically average 21.5 assists per game, which is the best in the league. They've only got 7 this evening, so it's been one of those games where individuals have had to create for themselves or pressing the boards. It hasn't been that finished article offensive game that we've been accustomed to seeing from the London Lions over the last several weeks.
Well, they have 24 made field goals. They have 11 made free throws, so there's a potential for another 6 assists there. So 30 possible, at least 30 possible assist opportunities, and only 7, as you say, which is unusually low for London. Here's Fletcher late in the shot clock. And his head going to his hands as he can't believe he left that short. Taylor driving in strong. Tried to be tipped in by Zubcic, but it's out to Best for 3, and he knocks down the triple.
Big composure there from Aaron Best. Offensive board gets knocked out, and he just steps right into it. No hesitation. Good for 3.
Oh, Fletcher, you could see the frustration, having missed at the other end and then seeing someone hit a 3. Trying to get one last score here in this quarter. Fletcher going to work. Fletcher to the trusty left hand, but it doesn't drop. Well, it was Manchester's first half, no doubt about that, but it was London's third quarter. They've doubled up Manchester 24-12 in this period, and as a result, They have a 5-point lead heading into the fourth. We'll be back with the last 10 minutes after this. Welcome back to Manchester. The Giants, having led by as many as 19 in the first half, trail by 5 going into that. That's going to be a foul. And it's on Best for the hold on the inbound. And that's his third. And we're underway. Lob towards Green. Good hesitation. Can't finish, though. Well, that was booted, wasn't it, by Decker, who waited to see if the referee would notice it and then put his hand up.
And the difference there as well is London Lions are contesting everything. You see there, Green was patient, and he went back up, and then Jonathan Comagun came across there and challenged the shot and did just enough to put Green off.
Yeah, definitely in the third quarter you noticed that London really tightened up that screws in the half-court defense.
Here's Green from behind the arc, way off the mark, and falls into Best's hands.
4 for 18 for the three-point line now for the Giants.
They started out all right. Zubcic, nice work in the low post.
Such a nice move. It's a great combination of physical prowess and finesse there with a nice turnaround jump shot.
Nothing doing for Fletcher. Manchester only 3 back here. Best goes straight to the rim and lays it in.
Aaron Best just using that athleticism to get by his defender and finish over top.
Here's Fletcher. He throws it straight to the Lions bench. And you feel now that maybe Manchester are just starting to run out of steam here.
Well, you said it, Dan, early in this game when we're all really intrigued just to see how this is going to play out. Sustainability, and that's where, with games of 1 over 4 quarters, you can play a remarkable first quarter. But if you can't sustain that on both ends of the floor, you're going to end up in the L column. And look, as you can see, you really see that all the shots are short now. Ramon Fletcher's left hand short. The 3-point shots are short. Tiredness, fatigue, mental and physical.
Decker driving in and a 2-handed hammer.
Wow, Sam Decker doing what Sam Decker does best, slashing towards the basket with a strong finish, 2-hand flush.
Morgan called for the
foul on the floor. Well, one thing the referees missed during the third quarter break was some taunting going on. It was on our team, to be fair. It was Mike Tuck taunting across court at Kieran Achara, because the result is in from Sheffield, and it's the Sheffield Sharks 82, the Caledonia Gladiators 72.
Let's go, baby. Shout out to my boy Kieran Achara over there. Shark Nation in the house, baby.
I think he's hiding. Here's Decker. Lobs it up. Coming at this block. Gets it again. Hits the bottom of the rim. And Manchester trying to scramble it away, but London have it. Decker spinning. Thrown cross court, but Fletcher's there. Green running right into Herban. That is a great stand.
It really is. And it looked like it would have hurt as well, but Ruben just seems to embrace the impact there.
Yeah, and that's veteran experience right there, isn't it? He just knew where to be. Right time, right place, and
I just saw
sacrificing the body.
I saw the airbag just pop out there.
It was like a crash test bump.
Putting the ribs on the line.
Lewis gets a little finger on that, but London keep possession. Subcic on the opposite block. Best with the offensive rebound.
Aaron Best, little match up here with Nick Lewis. They've been going at it the whole play.
Green corrals the loose ball. Robertson drives in, and that is going to be a foul, I think, on Subcic. Just didn't quite get there, going laterally.
Much needed basket here for the Manchester Giants. Robertson, strong take, able to take the contact and finish. Flexing on him. They will be rewarded with an and one at the line.
A great play. That could have been a great play or a disaster, because, of course, Anthony Robertson is on 4 fouls.
Technical call on Subcic for complaining. And Coach Schmidt is going to call a timeout here just to talk things over. I think just to calm things down a little bit with 7.5 minutes to go. His team are in the box seat right now, but what he doesn't want them to do is get a little frustrated, give away free throws, and allow Manchester to root back into this game.
Yeah, you said it right there. This is, 7 minutes left. Giants looking to make a big push. You don't want to compound those mistakes right now. Technical fouls or missing assignments. The Manchester Giants will be looking for any way to get back into this game.
Well, I gave the score from Sheffield. The latest score in Newcastle is the Eagles 42, the Leicester Riders 57. They are early in the third quarter in that one. Leicester has spent most of the day stationary on the A1. Seems to be doing all right despite all of that.
Well, the swings we have seen in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if there might be one more in it, because now you see, again, London Lions finally in control, finally in pole position. It's them that lose their heads. Tomislav Lucic, he's been injured himself, so he's kind of coming back from having a week or two away from the game.
Well, Derek Williams will shoot the technical free throw, and he will make it. And Robertson, once everybody lines up, will shoot his free throw. Eight points separate the teams. 7.5 minutes to go. Subcic down low, running around, just has enough to finger roll that one in.
And that's where his length really comes in. 6'9" long wingspan, doesn't even really need a jump. It's all about balance and positioning down low. Nice finish.
Lewis for three. It's a great chase out in the end from Decker. There's a Foul on the rebound by Jonathan Tomagan.
Great effort there from Roberson. Not giving up on the play here. This shot here from Nick Lewis, and Roberson able to get by two defenders there, get two hands on the ball.
Well, London with 5 fouls on the board here in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. So Manchester could have a lot of free throws to shoot in the fourth quarter. As you pointed out, Ant, they're not the best free throw shooting team in the league.
They've been better today. 18 to... Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Good time to point that one out, Ant.
Yeah, the law of averages are coming through.
Oh, goodness.
Zubcic is fouled by Green.
See London Lions here keying in on that matchup there. Zubcic, like you said, Ant, 6'9", big body. He's got great footwork in the post there. Trying to go right at Taj Green.
Good action, Green this time to knock it loose. Williams comes away with it. Fletcher, nice pass, and an extra one. And that's going to be a foul, and the basket will count. Taj Green with the top finish.
Excellent finish. It was good pace from him. He's done that all night. He hasn't been rushing the shot. And he went up through the defender. He was high above the rim. Good play.
Yeah, presence of mind there from Roberson to make the extra pass and not go up on a contested shot. Big play here from the Manchester Giants, and a timely play for them to make a run.
Wow, you've really cursed them. Since you said they were really good shooting.
I got the figures from your spreadsheet down.
It's all your fault, Ant.
Yeah. His best. Move out for three. Off the mark. He's a little wayward for a man who shoots so well. Green just doesn't get the roll. Wow. Five on the shot clock. Zubcic squares up and shoots and finds the bottom of the net.
Not only can Zubcic, turn, back you down, use his body, but I think he's probably even better at turning and facing, and great shooting touch from him there from 5, 10, 15 feet.
Fletcher behind the back, but straight to Zubcic. Oh, it's a bit far in front of Decker. And Decker's pass hits the bottom of the backboard. Well, that should have been an easy run out too. The original pass didn't give Decker much to work with, to be fair.
That's one instance where I'd say leave it to the guards. That was not a way to execute a transition there.
Roberson will go to the line again.
Both teams there will be frustrated with the passing efforts. I think both coaches will be sticking their hands in their head there. Such a big quarter here for both teams. Every possession counts. Got to take care of that basketball.
Ruben's a little bit upset with the whistle. I think he's got a valid point. There wasn't a whole lot in that one.
Well, Roberson at the line. He's 3 of 7. He's been the main culprit in terms of missing from the free throw line. He is only a 56% free throw shooter on the season, but he does make the front end of these two. And he splashes them up. Still only a an 8-point London lead. Less than 5 to play. Sharma just walking his way to the rim.
Smart move. I mean, the space was given to him. There were no more options. So he gets a high percentage shots in and around the rim. Good play from Josh Sharma.
Dirk Williams. Oh my! 2 hands in his face and he knocks it down anyway.
That is a high degree of difficulty shot right there and nothing but net. Wow.
Here's Taylor trying to get the 3 points back. Lewis gets the rebound. 4 to play. Still there for the Manchester Giants. Green, big shot for 3. He's short.
That was the one, wasn't it? That would have made things even more so interesting. But look, still a lot of basketball going.
And there's where that short-handedness comes into play. You know, Taj Green having to play huge minutes this game. No legs under that shot. It falls short.
Well, 31 played. He'll probably end up 34 and a half. Here's Decker. Doesn't go. Backs it up in the air. Giants have it. Oh, here's, speaking of big minutes, Dirk Williams has played basically the whole game. Here's Josephs. Overcooks the 3. Green trying to keep it alive, but Decker able to win that battle.
Well, you feel in time, that's a shot Josephs knocks down. Of course, this is his first game here. If they can incorporate his skill set into this team, they're going to be even more dangerous offensively.
Trying to create some room. Doesn't go. Green with the rebound.
Bad offense there. Over dribbling the basketball was a one-on-one there. No movement.
Green going all the way to the basket. Just doesn't get the finish.
You can see the Tigers, can't you? You can see it coming through now.
Well, they've had their chances, haven't they? Just legs just looking to go a bit. They've worked hard. Decker with the spin. He almost got that to go. And the foul is called. It will be 2 shots. The foul is on Lewis, and that's his 4th.
And it's only 3rd team fouls on Giants. They've done a great job of not fouling in this 4th quarter. A lot of those players were playing on a tightrope, walking on a tightrope, excuse me, with 4 fouls and Green on 3 fouls as well.
Decker, so often when they need scores late in the game when it's close, particularly the European games we've seen this season, it's number 7 who delivers. We saw it in the cup final, a couple of big shots, and he's trying to put the nail in Manchester's coffin here. Williams just lost the ball for a second. Green hits the deck, and the whistle goes for a foul on Josh Sharma.
Contact there on the leg.
And it's the 4th on Sharma. Well, with 2:06 to go, down 9, these are must-makes for Taj Green. 67% on the season, 2 of 3 today. Oh, Roberson with the rebound, and that's got to be a goaltend. It is. Just caught the net there. So a reverse 3-point play with Roberson getting the 2.
He's been active, hasn't he, Roberson? Excellent job there to evade the box out. And he knows he has to shoot it quickly because Josh Sharma's coming to swat it away.
I think the scoreboard only gave 1 point there. The referee stopped the game just to confirm that. There we go. They put it on now. So it's 74-80. And they've just added a second or two back onto the clock as well. So there's 2 minutes to play. There's 21 on the shot clock. So London only have 5 to get across. It was okay. Taylor into the key, drops it off to Sharma with the jam.
Just excellent job there for the point guard. Penetration right in the heart of the defense, and Josh Sharma, active as ever, don't finish.
Deep three for Lewis, and that might be that.
Has to go in, doesn't it, that one? Not a great shot. If you, well, terrible shot if you miss it. Excellent if you score, doesn't go.
Decker, back to Taylor. Dirk Williams is down, he can't get back up. The open man is Zubcic for 3.
Oh, man down, and London Lions punish the Giants. There's Tomislav Zubcic in the corner for the 3 ball. 6'9" forward drafted by the Toronto Raptors.
With 1:16 to go, London's lead is the biggest it's been all game at 11. Fletcher high off the glass, Sharma with the rebound, and well, they've been made to work hard for it, but London looks set now for yet another victory, another step closer to the league title. Zubcic again for 3, not this time. Fletcher with the rebound. Lewis is 3 off the mark. And a big oh from the crowd who've realised the race is run. It's only with the dunk.
Oh, yeah,
there's some chatter going on here between Fletcher and Decker. Oh, Decker is still going at it, and now there's stuff going on between Sharma and Williams. Well, temper's fraying here. Robertson is going to pull Dirk Williams away. Decker and Fletcher have resorted to more calm chatter than what started it all.
It's been one of those games, though, very chippy in areas. You've seen little rivalries develop on court from the very tip-off. It's been one of those high-intense, high-paced games that are a perfect environment for emotions getting out of whack.
Well, the referees are going to send them back to the benches. This is another place where actually being able to go to the monitor and have a look at what happened would be helpful.
100%.
But they don't have that option. But it started out with a conversation between Fletcher and Decker that got a little heated, and then everybody else came running in towards it, and there was a bit of push and shoving. And the referees have to work out, A, are they going to do anything about the original discussion, and B, so let's have a look at the replay. You've got to look in the back, right in the far. You can see Decker saying something to Fletcher. Fletcher getting back into him. There's a little bit of chatter and a little bumping there. And then a push. And this is where you can see everybody then running in. And Dirk Williams getting involved there. And then Sharma as well. So it wasn't a lot in all of that, was it?
I would like the referees just to draw a line in it here and move on.
So there's an unsportsmanlike foul on Dirk Williams and on Josh Sharma. They'll cancel each other out. I didn't notice if there was a technical before that or whether that was the only 2 plays. And it'll be a sideline ball So everything that was called wiped it out. I think it was just the 2 unsportsmanlike calls, though, although I was watching the replay when they first went to the table. And to be honest with you, that's probably a fair outcome, isn't it?
Agreed, yeah.
Considering they didn't get a chance to watch it all. Sharma's fouled out, by the way, so he has to leave the court. I think Decker got a technical as well in there. I can only assume that somebody else must have got a technical, otherwise there'd be free throws for that. I would have assumed that Fletcher maybe got a technical in there, but I haven't seen one put up. But anyway, we're back underway, and we're seconds away from finishing because London have got the ball back. Well, they are going to have to shoot because the shot clock is on. It's in the front court, so they only get 14. Decker's left open in the corner, and he misses the 3. Roberton with the rebound. And Manchester came out like a house on fire, but he just couldn't continue. Roberson will score on the buzzer. 31 points in the first half for the Manchester Giants. 45 points in the first quarter, 45 points in the 3 quarters since then, and that was really the difference in the game.
Yeah, we discussed it early in this game, sustainability, what Manchester Giants did an excellent job out of. They were the first team out of the blocks that you have to be when you're the underdogs. They set the tone early, and what they did is they got everyone in here supporting the Giants in the mood to win a basketball game, and the energy did reflect on court because the Giants team went right to the end. It was just a case of low on numbers. You saw the shots go short, you saw the legs get a little bit heavier, and the London Lions mentality and physicality won out.
Well, a big embrace from Decker and Fletcher at the end. So they whatever it was all sorted afterwards. But the London Lions move one more victory closer to the league title, but they've been made to work very hard over the course of this 40 minutes. It certainly wasn't easy for them, and obviously coming off the back of that trip to Poland on Wednesday night maybe took them a little time to get their legs underneath them, but as the game wore on, they became more consistent at the offensive end.
Oh, and it made for a great game as well. They had everything in it, the drama as well, right to the dying seconds of the game. And, you know, uncharacteristically, both teams typically make around 9 3-pointers a game. It wasn't one of those fluid 3-point high shooting games from the perimeter, but what it was a high-tempo, high-intense basketball game.
Well, you can see there from the numbers, both teams shooting 20% from behind the arc, but look at the efficiency inside for the London Lions, 62% against 45%.
Yeah, and it was just utilising their strength and length. We said that time and time again, from the guard spot to the centre. They have a good size advantage on their opposition, and they capitalise on it.
Well, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals as well. Our MVP, Sam Decker, is with Mike Tuck.
Absolutely filling up the stat sheet tonight. A scrappy comeback win from your Lions team. Talk us through the game from your perspective.
Yeah, we weren't ready to play from the beginning. You know, we just got to be more focused coming out. You know how that goes. Is, you know, if you don't come focused and you know, the Giants came out shooting well and playing with high energy, we got to match that. So went into the halftime break. I think we had a good run there in the second quarter, and we said, hey, we just got to relax, catch your breath. Coach said, catch your breath, exhale, and came out in the third quarter, got stops, and then started using our pace and our athleticism and getting up the court. And when you do that, we're hard to guard. Yeah,
and the Giants obviously came out with a huge 31-point first quarter. You guys with a much slower start. What do you attribute that slow start to?
We just didn't play with our pace. Even when they score, we got to get it up the court. I thought we were walking lined up and jogging and not getting to our spots and getting ready and not putting them on their heels, and they were putting us on our heels. And so even when the team scores on you or has hit tough shots, you have to come back at them with tempo and just be unfazed by baskets. And I thought we got a little shell shock there early, but we settled in, and our quality came out there in the second half, and we were able to ride that for a win.
And how challenging is it coming from Euro Cup games straight into domestic play?
Well, we got a busy month. That's kind of the big thing for us. We got to be professionals, get our bodies prepared, get our minds prepared. Even if it's a long travel day, we can't make excuses because, once you're on the court, you got to go out there and play with what you have. And we have a tough schedule, obviously, in Euro Cup, and then this month I think we have like 14 games, but that's more fun than a 2-hour practice. You get to go out there and play a basketball game against another team. So if you look at it that way, it's a pretty good job, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
Definitely, and looking forward for you guys. Sunday, you've got Plymouth. Wednesday, you're up against Patras from Greece. What are your thoughts on all these games coming at you?
Yeah, we got. I mean, that keeps us sharp, keeps us at a high level. So we have a big game, obviously in Plymouth, on the road. Obviously, teams want to get us, right? We have a target on our back, so we got to get those wins, take those seriously, and then just flip the mind back to a really good team in Patras Prometheus. It's playing really well lately. They added some bodies, added some players, and we got to be sharper with the little things. But that's at Copperbox in London. If you guys are in London, anyone can come support us in Euro Cup. I appreciate the guys in Manchester tonight even saying, way to represent us, keep representing us. That means a lot to us. So if anyone in the London area wants to come watch, we're going to go try to get a win.
I love it. Signposting everywhere. Yeah. Congrats. Thanks for your time.
Thanks so much.
The man does everything. I mean, he's on the PR tip now as well. You used to love 2-hour practice, didn't you, Kieran?
Oh, no, yeah. No, honestly, for me, I prefer just to sit on the bench, eat some crisps,
Okay. It's interesting looking at this Sam Dekker performance. I think he would be one of the first to admit, given the high standards he set this season, that this wasn't vintage Dekker, but it was not by any stretch a less significant performance than some of his fifth gear stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, he didn't shoot the ball well, but he willed the win. He saw at no point was he phased. I saw him getting frustrated at times, but he was taking it out on the court, trying to level up his defense, trying to get to the basket, make tough baskets, and that's exactly what he did. He found a way to win, and that's the sign of a true leader.
That intensity was apparent throughout, and we were obviously fortunate to be sitting courtside and watching him off the ball at times, all the way through the game. He was bringing his team up. He was setting a standard that he wanted everybody else around him to play up to.
And that's what you need. He's a coach's dream in that respect. When your star player is obsessed with winning and wants to get the team involved, that's all we can ask for. I'm sure Coach Schmidt is loving that.
Well, let's find out because he's courtside now with Mike.
Coach, a scrappy win from your Lions tonight. And you talked about before the game limiting the Manchester Giants early, but they broke out with a 31-point effort in that first quarter. Talk us through that first half.
It was ugly for us. I mean, we know what they're capable of doing. Obviously, they got a lot of weapons, a lot of scoring power, and that's how they want to play the game, right? They want to get up and down. They want to push the pace, push the tempo. And again, we can play that way, but I just didn't like what we were doing on the offensive end. I thought some of our possessions allowed them to get out and run. And again, when you let a team like that play at home, see a couple go in early, we found ourselves playing from behind the rest of the night. But again, proud of our effort as far as just, toughing it out and gritty. It wasn't pretty. That's 2 games in a row. Maybe I got to stop talking about that. I knew it was going to get kind of ugly at some point, and it's not always going to be smooth, but, we'll take the wins when we can get them.
Let's dive into that real quick. You got a little chippy there at the end. Is that a sign of a rivalry growing between these two clubs?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's stuff that, everyone knows about that we don't need to talk about. But, at the end of the day, listen, this is a team. We know we're going to get everyone's best shot. We know that there's been a bullseye on our back, from day one. And that makes us better. Every single time we step on the court, we got to bring it. And, no one's going to hand us wins. These guys aren't going to hand us wins. Bristol, Leicester. I mean, you go down Sheffield, you name them. We're not going to just be able to walk into a gym and just win a game because of what we're doing in Europe or whatever. These guys know that. And I think you saw in the second half, them really buckle down, take pride in winning. I heard the guys talking about Sam. And just when you see your players, it means a lot to them. And, again, we found a way to get it done.
Coach, congrats on the win. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
I think one thing that will make Coach Schmidt particularly happy was the way his defense played tonight. This is, of course, a key part of this Lions iteration, the 22-23 Lions, they start with their defense, don't they?
Yeah, and the first half was it wasn't London Lions basketball. The second half they really stepped up. Look at this, just chasing down. Nothing was easy. Those were dropping for Manchester Giants in the first half. Again, Sharma coming out of nowhere, big play. And this one, I absolutely love this play. It's taking one for your team. Ruban stepping in the lane, Taj Green making sure that nothing was easy for the Manchester Giants in that second half.
All right, let's get Vince McCauley's perspective on tonight's game. He's courtside with Mike.
Coach, commiserations on the loss. Obviously a great start from your squad. You have to be proud of that. Where did things go wrong for you?
I think there's also areas you could look at. We're a little bit short-handed right now. We got a bit tired down the end, and we didn't execute as well. We blew 7 layups. I mean, look at that. Wide open threes in the corner for Kofi Josephs and for Dirk. I felt we were right there. To be honest, I thought we were going to win the game. And I felt in the middle, kind of like 5 minutes to go in the fourth, it kind of drifted away when Decker, I think, had 6 in a row.
A lot of whistle calls in that first half. Was foul trouble an issue throughout the full game for you?
We're used to it. I mean, I think we only lost Ramon on the double technical. The referees do their best, but, I'm 1 bucket for us off the glass, which we didn't get, and then I'm 1 bucket for them over there when the foul was on the floor, things like that. It's those little minute things that make a difference in a game against a good team like they are.
Yeah, and a very scrappy affair, too. What did you make of the grit and the fight in the game tonight?
Well, this is Manchester. We don't care who you are. We're going to come here, we're going to beat you. So if it's not today, maybe it'll be next time.
Now, looking forward for you guys, 2 big games coming up, Sunday versus Caledonia, Wednesday versus Bristol. The schedule doesn't get any easier.
No, that's right, and we've been building up towards this. We hope that Nathan will be ready by Wednesday, and the way we play is designed to put us in a position to win. Didn't work out today, but hopefully we will in the next coming games.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, let's accentuate the positives for Manchester, and I think Doug Williams is front and centre with that conversation strand. In fact, he was arguably the best player on the court tonight, wasn't he?
He was. He had, especially that first half, really got going. What an exceptional shooter. It's effortless. He's got that wiry strength about him, but he's creating his own shot. He's stepping up when it's asked upon. Another great player. And then when I talk about people who are happy to see in the league, Dirk Williams is one of them.
40 minutes tonight. We looked at Taj Green, who had 34, and looked understandably gassed towards the end of the game. This is the problem with Manchester, isn't it? When they are firing on all cylinders, starting 5, they can beat anybody, but there's not enough depth here, is there?
And that goes back to the point Fletcher made earlier on, a little bit more emphasis on defence. It's so difficult to do when you're playing big minutes to play at both ends of the court. All
right, play of the day, and there were some serious contenders for this accolade, but this is what we've gone with, Kieran.
I have to save this one. I've been using the word too much recently. I'm just working a trademark. That was filthy. That was beyond filthy. That was disgusting.
It deserves it. It deserves it. Sam Decker has had a big night, another MVP, and a play of the day, and I guarantee you that is going to be in our Plays of the Week next week. Sam, that is an absolute promise. You can count on that. All right, then. Confirmation of London's win, strengthening their lead at the top of the table, particularly if it stays this way in the Newcastle-Leicester game, because, of course, Leicester in closest touch to London at the top of the table. That one is still going, but the Newcastle Eagles whisper this to Drew Lasker, possibly pulling off a big upset. And how critical could that be with regards to the Eagles' playoff aspirations? Having said that, Sheffield, who are very much in that mix to scrabble into the playoff spots. I'm sorry, Kieran, taking down the Gladiators 82-72. The Tuck Achara Bowl goes Mike Tuck's way tonight. So that's confirmation of the championship results. What does that do for the BBL table? Well, I can tell you that it cements London's lead at the top as it stands right now. Obviously, we're not factoring in the Leicester-Newcastle game as yet because that is the latest. Manchester stay fourth. If Newcastle get that win, they'll move to 16 points, 25 games played, so a game behind the Sharks. So they are still very much in contention to battle their way into the playoff race. Other games going on around the BBL this weekend include on Saturday, Surrey taking on the Sharks, crucial game as we've just established there. London back in action on Sunday against Plymouth. Leicester take on Newcastle. Caledonia, Manchester, and Cheshire Phoenix, both are trophy finalists in action this weekend. And speaking of the trophy, it is just one of a number of big games coming your way this month here on Sky Sports.
Let's go Gladiators.
Gets into the key, kicks out, Onwas, room for three, and he hits.
The second silverware of the season to be decided.
McKenzie gets to the rim and one. Kimball McKenzie.
And you can catch Caledonia in action before that BBL Trophy final on Friday as we head back to Leicester to the Champions home court as the Riders take on the Gladiators. Sky Sports action, and as ever, Sky Sports YouTube on air 7:30 for a 7:45 tip. But that is all she wrote in Manchester. Congratulations to the London Lions putting in another title-worthy performance. The Giants, they made it tough. That blazing start looked like they could be pulling off the upset, but London did what champions-elect tend to do, clawed their way back, and took care of business. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next Friday. Bye for now.
I've been working all day. You've been working all day. All work, no play. That's a no, 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 no.